So it's been a crazy day. I had my car broken into this morning, broke a window, ripped off the faceplate of my stereo, but didn't take the actual unit itself. I don't know why. So yeah, thought today would be a real bad day, but I saw Super 8, and it seems that today has shaped up quite nicely. So this is a very rushed video because I do need to get sleep. I just thought I'd show my books that I am working on. Some of them I have read, most of them I have not. I'll just start. Some of you may not call this a book, but this is Half-Life 2, Raising the Bar. It's actually a very expensive movie now, a book on Amazon. It was actually on sale. They're just trying to get rid of it at GameStop. It's got all sorts of awesome concept art, and then there's talk, and then they just talk about, the process behind characters and stuff. A lot of, some just character stuff and stuff like that. It shows actually like the real, the old one and the new one. It's an excellent book. If you happen to find it for dirt cheap, get it. Or even $20 or $30. It's a great deal. It's an excellent read if you care about the development of Half-Life 2. Of course, I got some of the Lord of the Rings books because I haven't even finished rereading The Hobbit. I read it when I was young, kind of, in school. I got, I actually have 2 copies of The Two Towers. I gotta give the second one away. Those, everyone knows about those. I'm not gonna talk about those. I've barely read any of this. As you can see, I got the bookmark. This is a Splinter Cell book. Operation Barracuda. The little bit I've read, it seems to be pretty good. I know Tom Clancy can be kind of controversial and excessively, like, go America, yeah, stuff like that, but he gets pretty good, writers. And Miyamoto Musashi's The Book of the Five Rings is hailed as a classic in Japanese literature, but it reads like a manual, so it is tough to read, even though it is such a tiny book. The thing is only 116 pages, but there's quite a bit at the beginning that they don't count on the page count. And of course, many know Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's such a boring beginning. I was listening to it on an audiobook a while back, and I said, I can't do this. But I need to push on and actually read it, because everyone says I need to. This is actually a gift. I got The Samurai and the Sacred, by Stephen Turnbull. This, it's mostly, just kind of informational. There's a lot of pictures, so a lot of art. It's not really meant to be a dense piece of literature, but it is fascinating. I should read this next. This would be a very easy read. There's some really awesome pictures in here. Actually, and I think the only book I showed you so far that I have read is that Half-Life 2 thing. And this, actually, I'm going to show this one first. This is Brian Head Welch's book. He was the former guitarist of Korn, quit the band when he became a Christian, just was really super depressed and addicted to meth, suicidal, had some crazy Korn days, but then decided that he was going to move on and serve God, and helped him kick the meth and everything. It's just, it's him getting baptized and everything. It's a really good book for people that want to learn about, Brian Welch in his hard rock days. Like, if you like metal and stuff and rock music, whatever, you should read it. But also, if you're curious about God from an honest perspective, this guy had everything. He's not a weird Bible thumper. In fact, a lot of Christians Christian stores don't sell his stuff because it's so, you know, heavy, and sometimes it offends Christians, and I think that's fine if you're just being honest. Um, as long as you're not, being disrespectful or blaspheming God. And then he wrote the second book, called Stronger, 40 Days of Metal and Spirituality, and he'll take one Bible verse and write a couple pages on how it strengthened him, and tells stories. You're supposed to read it one verse at a time, uh, and that's how you get through the book. There's a verse and then a couple pages. I'm just kind of rambling, but and then I got a lot of books about Japan. This is the Japanese experience. It's I bought it at Goodwill for $4, like a lot of the books I own. I saw it and I thought maybe I should pick it up. Anyway, there's some pictures in here. Some cool stuff. And I mean, once again, sorry if this is boring you, but Secrets of the Samurai, just a real thick book. I mean, there are pictures. Where's the camera? Sorry. There are pictures and stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of reading too. It's a big ass book. Will Storr versus the Supernatural. This is one of the few books I've read in my collection. I've also read that Saving for Myself book, but yeah, it's just about a journalist who decided he was going to learn about ghosts, and so he goes around, talks to various sources like the occult and the like people that use like Ouija boards, or pastors and priests, just everybody that you can think of, skeptics, you name it. He talks to multiple people from multiple different standings. He talks like TV shows, those like ghost hunter shows, whatever you call them. It's a great book if you have any interest in ghosts and stuff. It's called Will Storr versus the Supernatural. I'm sorry this is so glary. I'm just using a reading lamp. And I'm ashamed to say I have not hardly touched this gem, the Zombie Survival Guide, by Max Brooks. I actually used to have the original survival guide that this was a parody off of, and the cover, it was just great. It was the same color and said just survival in big fat letters on it. And I got a couple Guinness World Records books. I didn't include those in here. I'm looking at my bookshelf right now. Of course, I got my Bible over there, and a few pocket New Testaments I keep stumbling upon somehow. But yeah, those are my books. I've only read a few of them. I'm really striving to finish them. Too many games. Fear 3 and Battlefield Bad Company 2 I finally bought, and all these games keep distracting me, and movies and whatnot, and whatever. Anyway, that's really all I came to say. Sorry if this is boring. I just wanted to show my books, what I'm reading.